And this big bike that you see from GoPower folds into that right there. Why is that important? Well, because maybe you don't have a ton of storage. Well, now you don't need it because we are able to make sure that you can take this amazing bike on the go with you, but also fold it up when you need to. You've got a couple of different options that are available for you. What you see right here is the step-through option. The step-through option is going to be a silver bike. What does that mean? Well, that means you're going to be able to step through it a little bit easier. You don't have to lift your leg up as much. Maybe somebody who is a little bit shorter, like me, 5'5", this is perfect. Then as we move over here, this is gonna be the step over where you're gonna get your leg across it like that. That's gonna come in the black option. What I want you to know about each of these bikes, they're made equally. So they've got the same battery to them, they're gonna have the same motor to them, they're gonna have the same everything to them. The only difference is, do you want to step through it or do you want to step over it? If you want the silver or you want the black. If you want the step through, right here, only 110 remain at the lowest price of the season. That price, by the way, is saving you $100. It's $999.98. You also can put this on an easy payment plan of just $200 for the next 5 months. And oh, by the way, the shipping and handling, that's free as well. Take advantage of the fact that you don't need to worry about somebody where you would have to borrow their truck in order to put this into the back of it to get it at home, because we're gonna take care of the work. We're gonna send the truck to your house for this. It's E325, 835. I can't do this hour alone though, so we're gonna bring in my good buddy, Michael Padula. I have been looking forward to this hour.
Oh my God, for how long have we been trying to do what's up, Justin?
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
My gosh, I'm so excited that you're here. Let's first come over here.
Yeah.
Because Michael, if you can walk us through, you're getting the bike, but also everything on this table.
Yes.
Can you tell us what it is that we're bringing home?
Sure. Okay, so definitely get your choice of either the step through or the step over, the GoCruiser or the GoExpress. And with each of them comes, the power is in the battery, right?
That's the battery?
This is the battery.
I can't believe how
7
small
pounds.
it is.
This is. See, I thought you were going to say it's a little big.
No,
I mean, I've seen them.
Slim.
It's slim. It's actually like a good-looking e-bike battery, right? But yeah, this is it. This is what is hidden, and we'll get to this, inside the middle of the frame of the bike. But this is the power. This is the rechargeable lithium-ion battery that just hides discreetly inside the frame of the bike. This is the charger. So this is where you're connecting your power to, that's what's gonna power the bike and take off. This actually, Justin, this is a little toolkit that comes with it, but guess what? You don't need a single one of those tools to get off and running on the bike. It's literally an extra.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Got it.
Stocking stuffer, you get a toolkit and you get the instruction manual.
Doesn't hurt to have that at home.
Right?
Look, we've got an entire hour to dive into this. We're gonna get started on the bike. Like, I'm dying to go take this
let's
for a
do
ride.
it. Yeah, of course.
And this is my first time going on it. So if you don't mind walking us through, let's start off with like, when we get this at home and it's assembled, one, what is the assembly to it?
Okay, so again, one of the greatest parts about this bike is that it is about 95% assembled when you get it home. So everything that you see here is already attached. You're not putting tires on the bike. All you're doing is putting on the clamp. Oh, you found the horn.
I had to hit the button.
He found the horn, right? Literally, this part is separate from the bike. You take this, you put it in.
That's
you
your assembly?
It. That's it. That's part one.
I think I can do that.
The other part is the same thing happens right here. This little lever comes up, this comes out, this is on the outside. You drop it in, adjust it to your height.
So no worry about the wires at all.
Wires are done, done, and done. There's no wiring to be done.
Great, we're assembled now.
We're assembled.
I hit that power button that was on here. Now, do I need to know anything like, is this going to jump right up with the pedal assist? I see I've got a throttle on here. I can turn that on. You have a throttle.
If you put this into pedal assist number 1, if we just click up into level number 1, now you have pedal assist going.
Got it, okay.
Without the pedal assist mode, if you were to have just pulled back the throttle, it would give you that full throttle mode.
Got it. Okay, so great. You do have the option to turn the pedal assist on and off.
Right.
We're gonna, by the way, in this hour, we're gonna dive through like all this. I just want to hit some of the questions so I knew when I was getting on it. I'm gonna take this for a ride now. So I'm just gonna go and, give it a shot. Yeah,
I'll be shortly behind you. Now, Justin, the only thing Justin didn't do, guys, was he didn't put his kickstand up. But that's okay. He's doing it. It's fine.
Let's get that up.
I mean, no, it's fine. You could still operate the bike. I just wanted him to.
No, thank you for the call.
I want him to look as good as he should while he's riding his bike.
Okay, so truly, this is the first time that I've ever jumped on.
I was going to say, he hasn't ridden this bike before.
No, this was it. So hence all the instructions that I had right there in the beginning. Let me tell you some of the things that I love immediately as I'm using this. So first and foremost, that big LCD screen in the front, I love. I can see I'm going 3.6 miles right now. I have an odometer on here, so I know exactly exactly how far I'm going. But then I just kicked in the throttle. So while you saw me pedaling, you don't see me pedaling at all, and yet I'm flying right now.
Yeah.
And that's because of that throttle that allows for me to use this. Honestly, it kind of feels like a little motorcycle, but you don't need a license for this at all. This is a bike.
No. When I first started with e-bikes, I remember saying the same thing. I'm like, wait a second, you don't need a driver's license or any type of license to be able to operate a bike? And the answer is no. And that's because so many people use e-bikes as modes of transportation. It's one of the reasons why people use e-bikes: transportation, exercise, and then flat out fun. But as Justin and I are riding around, you can just use this one simple little lever on the handlebars, pull it back, and it's going to give you all the power that's contained within this 48-volt battery that's hidden on the inside of the frame, and it's powered by a 750-watt motor. I'm going to show you all about that. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but how much fun are you having already?
I don't want to get off of this.
And you won't want to.
No.
That's it.
It is so much fun. It's so unique, and what I like about this is there's options. So let's start off, Michael, with an e-bike. Anybody that's just tuned in that is like, this e-bike, what does that mean?
Okay, so an e-bike is nothing more than a bike with an electric capability to it. So it's a bike with a battery, it's a bike with a boost. So if you know how to ride a bike, you know how to ride an e-bike. The only difference is the e-bike gives you a little bit more ease. It does some of the work for you. You can literally, as I'm doing, not pedal whatsoever and go up to 45 miles. It will do the work for you. Now, if you want to use it just as a little additional boost to your regular riding, you can use what's called pedal assist mode. And as you're pedaling, the battery will kick in and it will give you just a little boost of power. And then finally, somebody asked me recently, well, wait a second, what if I'm riding my bike for exercise and I don't really need the battery component, but I like all of the features of the bike, like the fact that it's got these giant 20-inch stable tires, and the fact that it can do all terrain, and the fact that it's weather resistant. Well, guess what? If the kids want to pedal alongside Uncle Michael and I don't want to pedal at all, they can pedal it. It works just like a traditional, regular manual bike. But again, you've got that battery built in, so it can help out and do some of the work for you.
What I want to call out first and foremost with this, you've got the kickstand that's built into it. You've got right in the front that LED light, which is running off of the battery. Then you've got a horn.
An electric horn. That's
it's
right.
An electric one. It's not the little ding ding-bell.
It's not a ding-ding.
Like, you're going to hear that.
I'll do mine.
Look at the back of this too. You've got great space to be able to customize if you want to.
That's right.
Keep in mind, we do give you the tools as well.
That's
so this is where you might use it. Maybe you want to add a little basket to it.
Add a basket.
You totally can. I'm thinking, I know that you live in a city, so like for you, maybe you want to use this to go bike over to the grocery store, throw some things in the back.
Absolutely.
Bike to work back and forth. But the question is, this bike, I mean, it's big. It's got some heft to it. I'm looking behind me. And I'm thinking, wow, I can turn this bike to this.
Yes. Now, these are my bikes. I owned these two, and Justin, they came in the back of my car from my apartment in Brooklyn today. I put both of them in the back of my car, and both of them live in my second bedroom in my apartment.
So wait, you didn't, this is what I do. When Nick and I want to go out and go on a bike ride, I have to put, I have like a, on the back of my trunk, I have to hear this whole thing, stick in there, and then hope that I make it to where I'm going. You just put this in your car.
I don't have that. Sorry, I don't have that. I lifted up, I opened up the hatch of the back of my car, I lifted this up, I folded it up, and I put both of these inside of my car, brought them down, left them folded because we had some studio samples. But yeah, these are my bikes, and they fold up just like this.
I love the compact space to this because I'm thinking you can honestly bring it right into your office if you want to.
Absolutely,
you could fit this into a big closet. This is easy to be able to store in your home. It doesn't take up a lot of space in your garage, and yet you get the power and you get the performance, plus you get everything that you see right here. You know, I was surprised. I said that this was a small battery. When I have worked with e-bikes for a while. The batteries have only gotten smaller, but the ranges have gotten significantly bigger. When we're talking about the range on this, 45 miles. Are you kidding me?
There's a few people who I know that work with us here at QVC who actually use the bike to commute to and from work. And if you think about it, if you were to leave your house and you live, say, 20 miles away from where you're going, on one charge of one battery, you could go there and come back with the simple charge of just the e-bike, and that's it. Up to 45-mile range on the bike using pedal assist.
If you are somebody who has a beach house or you live near a beach, talk about summer time using this all the way around.
And the tires, Justin, speaking of beach, I was just talking to someone backstage before we came on. The fact that this has these tires, that's one very, very special feature about both of these two bikes. They are 20-inch puncture resistant all-terrain tires. So that means if you've got a beach house and you want to ride on the sand, if you've got a place that is, and safety first, right, always, but if there's some place that's a little bit wet or a little bit snowy, or you've got concrete, or you've got, like I said, sand, this terrain tire will handle anything because it's not a thin, it's not a little bike. This is a full-sized e-bike. It's really why I like this model so much.
Yeah, I want you to know that when you get this at home, it's got heft to it. This bike,
Yeah.
It's 65 pounds, I believe, right? That's how much it weighs?
About 65 pounds,
It's a 65 pound bike. Now, with that said, I'm actually going to turn my pedal assist off completely. Okay. I have the ability to change the speed control, or not the speed, the oh my gosh, what am I blanking on?
Your pedal assist mode or your shifter over here?
My shifter, my gear.
Your shifter.
I can shift my gears on this.
Sure, yeah.
So I've got the ability to do that. And even though this bike weighs 65 pounds, I'm able to get around on this easily. I have no pedal assist. I'm not using the throttle. This is just me and my feet going around pedaling this.
Yeah.
Now, let's say I was going to come up on a hill.
Yeah.
When I would ride with my bikes with my family, my mom would make it only to the first hill, and then she would turn around and go back home. Yeah. With pedal assist, you kick it in, and right now, you just saw me go, and I hit this just a little bit. It just kicked in. The bike is doing the work for you.
Yep.
And that's why so many people have fallen in love with this category. This is a category here at QVC that is growing so rapidly, and it's because this has allowed for so many people to be able to jump onto a bicycle again.
Yeah.
Now, Michael, if I get caught in the rain, do I need to worry about this?
I want you to say, I missed that one, Justin, just because I'm a little...
No, you're okay. If I get caught in the rain.
Caught in the rain?
Yep.
Okay. If you get caught in the rain, if you get caught in light snow, anything of the sort, the answer is you're totally fine. You have weather-resistant wiring and weather-resistant frame on this bike. The bike is aluminum alloy, by the way, so it's lighter than steel, takes a little bit of the price tag off, makes it a little bit more durable, but no, you are totally fine to get caught in the rain. You have weather-resistant wiring all the way through, and that was something that you noticed right off the bat, Justin, was you were a fan of the way the wiring is done.
I mean, the wiring on a bike, I think, is super important when you're talking about an e-bike. It's most important that the manufacturer is the one who takes care of it for you, so that when you get this at home, it's just done. You don't have to worry about it.
It's done.
This is the lowest price of the season, $999.98.
It's great.
I will tell you that when we went and got our bikes, I think my bike was $850 and Nick's was like $750.
Sure.
There's no battery a part of it.
Yeah.
I am the battery. It's me.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then I bought all the accessories that I definitely spent way more than $1,000 on my bike.
Yeah.
This is so much better built. This has that pedal assist. I love the speedometer on the front because then I'm constantly in the know. I know everything that's going on with this.
Yep.
But I love the fact that here at QVC, you can break this up into your easy payment plan. So over the next 5 months, it's just $200 a month. We have an extended return policy on everything right now. It goes until the end of January. Give it a try. If you're in a warm environment, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We're going to ship this to you for free, which is fantastic because you don't need to worry about how you're going to get it at home. We are going to handle that for you. We'll take care of that for you. We're going to ship it to you. You have this 95% assembled already as it is. So there is no risk, just reward when it comes to this bike. 1-800-500-7590 is the phone number to call, but you do have a choice to make.
Yep.
Now, the bike that I'm in is silver. That silver bike is what is called a step through. So what that means is you're going to notice that at the front here, the bar on mine is a little bit lower than the bar that Michael has.
Right.
Michael is in the black option, which is the step over.
That's right.
So those are the two different versions. Can you explain to us the difference in who is like the right person for which one?
Yeah, quite simply, Justin, you said it very, very well. The main difference between the two is simply the way that you embark and disembark. Bike people have fancy terms, right? Embark and disembark. So take off, get on, get off. My favorite example is they call the seat a saddle. I call it a seat. The other difference is a height difference, okay? As in the step through model, which is called the GoCruiser, that's for someone height 4'10" through 6'3". The model that I have, the black bike, the GoExpress, is for people 5 foot through 6'4". So just a slight height difference. If you're up to 6'4", you can ride this. Both bikes have the same weight capacity level, which, like you mentioned, 330 pounds.
Yep.
And then in addition to that, something you pointed out was this rear rack back here holds about 75 pounds.
Okay.
So if the young one, if this is the school, if you're going to, you even told me that there are colleges, I didn't know this before, you told me there are colleges that are car